Hey everyone, this is Keith Scott from out in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Bullwinkle J. Moose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kenny and Andy McPhee.
Hey everybody, this is Doug Kenny and welcome to Relentless and Unstoppable. We have another amazing guest coming on the channel today, so please hit like and subscribe. And after this episode, please stay tuned to the RNU channel for more amazing guests. Let's get this on!
Hey everybody, how you doing? Just a quick little share of why I started Relentless and Unstoppable. It was for one very simple reason, because of Doug Kenny. Nothing to do with me at all, zero. I was just coaching Doug, and he took on the coaching and mentoring, and he made all the changes. He took all the suggestions from his parents as well as my coaching, but it was all about Doug, his breakthrough and his weight loss, his willingness to accept that he is dealing with high functioning autism and other issues, but he's never quit, he's never given up. So we did one interview with him to share his story, and then we decided to start interviewing other people. And Doug has now taken over the whole channel, and he does all the interviews, he runs everything. He's just an amazing young man. So RNU was born from simply what an amazing young man Doug is, and his story needed to be shared.
Well, this year we had a couple. We had trivia at St. Nick's, which was shot in Connecticut, which is pretty down the line Hallmark comedy romance about a trivia contest over Christmas. And then my producing partner executive produced Holiday Touchdown, which was a big Hallmark movie with the Kansas City Chiefs, and we did a bunch of the visual effects and everything to complete it. And then we also produced The Finish Line, which was a dog race across Finland at Christmas. And then The Christmas Quest with Lacey Chabert, which was her movie this year with Hallmark, which was a kind of a Indiana Jones light Christmas movie, all about Iceland and showing the American audience and the worldwide audience what the Yule lads are, which is instead of Santa in Iceland, they have 13 little naughty gremlin-y Yule lads that give out presents. So that was, all of them were such great movies to work on. They pushed the boundaries, and I feel like they got a great, reception when they premiered and when they repeated.
Great to hear. So far, was the reception of Biltmore bigger so far than the others, or are they about the same?
Oh gosh, I think Biltmore was probably the biggest reception of any movie I've ever made, and I've made a lot of movies. But yeah, Biltmore, what's nice about Biltmore is it was a huge reception, and there was a huge there's a huge build up for it, and there's a huge reception. And still to this day, we're talking, it's a year later, I get emails, I get new reviews, I get comments all about Biltmore. And, usually movies are, there's a big build up, they come out, there's a little excitement, it lasts for a while and it moves on. But this one, and also A Merry Scottish Christmas, has been getting some great, traction as well. But Biltmore is such a big thing. That I had, family I've never seen in a long time emailed me about a Biltmore Christmas. So it definitely really got out there and really fed what people needed for Christmas.
That's amazing. I like A Merry Scottish Christmas as well, just because of the fact that I just came from knowing the Scottish culture for 2 weeks, and the fact that it's Christmas, my favorite holiday. And
Yep.
when you hear that two siblings decide that they're going to stay in Scotland, my thoughts are, I can't blame you. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
I'm glad that you got to get to Scotland like I did. And that's a trip that you just can't get over. It's the experience
It was a great
of a lifetime.
experience. Exactly.
Yeah. Do you want to hear my funniest moment in Scotland?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so I was taking a tour with my mother and her then boyfriend We were taking a tour in a taxi through the Scottish Highlands, and we crossed over one of the rivers, which was over a bridge, obviously. We crossed over a
Yep.
bridge, and our tour guide asked us, no, he told us how the bridge had collapsed in 1969 and was explaining about it. And I raised my hand and asked him, what is it with you people here and all these falling bridges? You know what I'm
London Bridge is always
referencing?
falling down. Yep, yep. So
He was a
funny.
good sport about it. He got a laugh out of it and said, yeah, it's a wonder why they even allow us to make bridges. Yeah, that was a good moment. And then my welcome to England or the UK in general moment was when I was in the bathroom and encountered the toilet that sprays the back of you without realizing it.
Oh my gosh. Yep.
Yeah,
That
there was
sounds
a
like
lot of,
the whole trip sounded like a crazy experience for you, but that's yeah, but when stuff like that happens, that's what you remember, which is the important thing.
and the funny stuff, you know. Yeah.
Yep.
So you were part of a Merry Scottish Christmas, or were you just sort of knowing about it from being part of
No,
Hallmark?
I was the producer of Merry Scottish Christmas. And Dustin Reichert and myself were we developed the story with Hallmark, so we were involved. Dustin directed it. I produced it. So yeah, I was involved with Merry Scottish Christmas from the very beginning to the very end.
That's awesome. It's a great movie. I
Yeah,
loved
I
it.
loved it. And people still watch it, which is great.
Yeah, and all the bagpipes you hear, and the fact that Christmas, it's what it's about, and how big Christmas is in England and Scotland.
Yep.
I find myself wishing whenever I watch that, I got to get to Scotland for Christmas one day.
Oh yeah, definitely. Get to Glasgow or not? Yeah, is it Glasgow? What am I thinking? What's the big Edinburgh. I'm saying
Yeah.
it wrong. I can never say anything correctly. And I was in Iceland forever, so I pronounced nothing correctly in Iceland. That's for sure.
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.